This week on Estate Spot, we have so much amazing information for you. But first, we'd like to also mention that the sponsor of this particular segment of the show is National Housing, who are well known for their high quality and affordable housing. Right now, they have a very new project, the Bukere project. For more information on that, please check the link on the screen. With me in the studio today is Mr. Adnan Chigozie, the director of Luna Estates. It's very exciting to have you here.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brenda.
So the first thing we'd like to know is tell us about Luna Estates.
Luna Estates is a group of properties that mainly deals with residential. We have Luna Apartments in Kansanga, we have Luna Courts, we have Luna Granny's Corner, and we have Luna Hostels as well, which are branded as Sipco Hostels.
So one of the new things, the most recent topics of discussion has been affordable housing in this country. What do you think about that? What's your take on affordable housing?
See, affordable housing is actually relative. I believe there's something for everyone. But with the current economy, that's actually starting to change. People are being forced to, property owners are being forced to revise their prices, their property rates, in order to get clients. People have so many empty properties out there just because people cannot afford them. But in order to stay in business, they have to reduce their rates in order to get the clients in.
And I guess from what you're saying, maybe that might be a good thing or might not be a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing, because many people while developing these properties take out facilities from banks. So with your projections, you know, I'm going to need to charge people this much money in order to pay this money back in such and such a time. But you're getting to lower your rates, which is actually going to affect your payments with the banks. Yeah.
So as a landlord, basically, what are some of the issues you're faced with tenants in this area of ours?
Wow. First of all, I don't know. I think when you become a tenant, okay, not all tenants, but quite a number of them they're quite hesitant to pay. Even when someone has the money, he'll still at least want to delay a day or two. I don't know. Yeah, but luckily for us, most of our tenants actually pay on time, and though there are those stubborn ones.
So the main issue is payment, you would say?
Payment.
That's like the biggest issue.
Yeah, payment. But when it comes to the students' accommodation, the hostels, another issue is vandalism. I don't know. I was once a student. I don't know if I used to vandalize property that much, but I think when you're a student, there's something that tells them you have to spoil. There are things you ask that, how did he reach up there to spoil that light? But he actually did it.
He actually managed to. Okay. So recently also, part of the things that have been discussed in the country is the landlord-tenant bill, which obviously, for a recap for our viewers, means basically that a landlord has to pay a tenant in case of wrongful eviction. I mean, about 500,000 shillings. So in this case, we're trying to see what people think about it and trying to gauge what the emotion is with regards to this bill. So what do you think in your estimation?
You see, that's good and bad. Let me first talk, I'm a landlord, but let me first talk about it from the tenant's perspective. As a tenant, imagine you've rented a property. It's going to be used for business. You've advertised it. You've actually already set it up. And in about 3 weeks, the landlord comes and tells you, hey, I'm sorry, you have to move. You've already put in a lot of time. You've put in a lot of effort and your money. Even if they're giving you back your money, you're comfortable there, you see? So you wouldn't want to be moving up and down like that. Yeah. But on the landlord side, let me share a story that happened to me. Towards the end of last year, we just finished Luna Granny's Corner. These are duplex houses. We rented them out to someone. But like any new house, there's still some touch-ups that have to be done. So I went in with the plumber on day 2 of this client's tenancy. You won't believe what I saw.
What did you see?
I walked in, there was a sack of charcoal in the sitting room, leaning against the wall in the sitting room. Imagine, this is the sitting room, and this is day 2 of your tenancy. What are you going to do on day 14? You're going to put the stove in the sitting on the tiles somewhere. This was day 2. What I told the client was, you know what, I'm actually sorry. Let's deduct the money that to repaint this part, and I'm sorry we can't have you. So if this 500,000 issue was there, I would have had to pay them 500,000, but they're vandalizing my property under my watch. You see, I couldn't let that go on. Another thing is, if the tenants are not paying, like I told you, many landlords have facilities with the banks. They have to pay. So if you're not paying, and I'm going to ask, and there's someone willing to take up the property and they're going to pay, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You see, because this is a business.
I mean, so from your explanation and from what we've gotten from you, it seems like it has two sides to the story.
Yes.
I mean, on the one hand, it can be quite a thorn in the landlord's back, but at the same time, the tenant also has a few things that they could say about this particular bill. So well, let's wait and see what happens and how this affects, you know, the relations between the landlord and tenant in our country. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show.
The pleasure is mine.
Thank you so much for coming through.